not really sure if we're live yet. It's like a few awkward seconds. Because once I see it, I jump into because how's it going, Nakama? Brit is back with some One Piece 1141. It has been a journey to get here, and as always with the journey, we've got our lads. How's it going, Samurai Drew?
Yo, what it do? Doing good, ready for great chapter.
And alongside him, we've got That's the Green. What's up, my dude?
All good, ready for the chapter. Let's see what Oda gives us.
Let's see what Oda's cooking. I don't want to think that we are now in a 4-chapter series. I think we're going to go back to that 3 chapters, especially because next week we have a chapter coming up, so 1142 is going to be back here next week, so I'm excited for that. I'm going to go ahead and click, and an older Okay. As a fan of Ripley, I just have to say it. The chapter is titled An Older Woman. And I'm very interested in where we go from here. Just gonna put that out there as a man of the world and a human being that has
A man of
taste.
culture.
A man of culture. Haven't used that one in a while. Haven't used a chat of culture in a while, but
It came bubbling out. I don't know, I
right.
couldn't help it.
It's just natural. As a man of culture, first time saying it in 2025. That's how you know we're alive. And speaking of alive, Ulti is still kicking. I cannot believe it's this long, but it's finally getting interesting. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 27. Can't see through the tears of anger. Okay, I think now that Ulti is officially back and hopefully going to become a friend, I can go ahead and get me a figure. So I think this is now giving me permission to live my best life. And I'm just hoping that like Ripley's figure, when that comes out, is like this big, because she's a giant. So it's just gonna be like standing next to the entire case. I want that. I would love that. Oh, I would buy that in a heartbeat. But as other men of culture, what are your thoughts? Because looks like Who's Who has a neck. Actually, the neck that Yamato is supposed to be taking to the gravesite, right at Pepe's face.
So yeah, I think Oda wanted to give it one more week to heighten the drama before Yamato comes crashing in and having a good old scrap with Who's Who. I would really put in that Jinbei and Yamato. If not, maybe probably Yamato's a little stronger than Jinbei. Maybe.
I was just thinking that is Yamato stronger than Jinbei if she takes out Who's Who.
Oh, we know she can whip this guy up. We know she can whip this guy up, and so I think we just want one more chapter to kind of like oh, here we go. Here's the drama here at the right at the nice edge. And then maybe next week, maybe either she'll come crashing in or being like, hey, stop that. But I would rather just her like come and just smack him, just like jump through the door and boom. So we'll see what happens.
Yamato is officially stronger than Jinbei. We're gonna go ahead and call it. Because when Jinbei was fighting Who's Who, guess what she was doing? Fighting Kaido. I don't know what else to say. 1v1. Like that was part of the 100 fights of Kaido. Like, I'm sorry, Luffy, you didn't take him on fully by yourself. Yeah, Akazaya 9, Worst Generation. Then Yamato, and then Luffy 1-on-1. So
I think like Yamato then Worst Generation.
Worst Generation
right?
a second time?
No. I think Akazaya 9, then Yamato, and Worst Generation.
She
took him
10-15
after Big Mom.
10-15
After he got separated from Big Mom.
Yeah, but
right?
but he got separated from Big Mom after fighting the Worst Generation. That's what I'm saying, first or second, because I don't remember if it was, because that's when they split them up, and then they started 2v1 on Big Mom. That's when they were double teaming Big Mom. And then Luffy had to come back after his nap, and Yamato was fighting him 1-on-1. So yeah, there's that. Also, while he was moving the entire island of Onigashima. So as we leave our cover page, Yamato is just more. 17 pages. Thank you, Oda. I'm interested in an older woman because I don't think we're getting introduced to anyone else. They were gonna make the raid on the Owl Library.
The one lying down?
Who's
lying down? Is
that's
that page
Pepe.
1?
That's page 1. That's Pepe.
Okay.
That's why she's so mad that she can't see straight, is because they're making her watch as they're about to kill Pepe. So, yeah, I mean, they're all now about to become friends. Yamato, Ulti. We're going to put Ulti's figure right next to my Yamato figure because had to have that. But, all right, I'm going to jump on into 1141 in 3. Unless y'all have any thoughts?
No. I thought you said to go. Sorry.
All right, I'm turning. We have gigantic diamonds, gold ingots, pearls. Those are the only reasons I wanted to walk around that stupidly enormous castle. And you have Nami, who's just like, why? As Roto is, I'm guessing rowing. Yes, rowing behind her. Ultra rare Nami. I hate that I'm starting to like that he calls them that. I hate that. I absolutely
well, we can put a little backstory, so now we're on his side.
I hate how Oda does this. I love that he does this. This is why he's an amazing writer. But, like, I hated Roto at the beginning of the year. And now I'm just like, I like that he says that. Ultra rare Nami, ultra rare is Luffy, ultra rare. As someone who has my ultra rare figures. Not the same person. Anyway, what do, ultra rare Nami, don't bring that up. What do I care about this Loki monster or whatever? Loki, diamonds, and you have like the guys in the giants that they're rescuing because they were knocked out by Shamrock and Gunzo. Nothing. Ignore her. And they're like, what? What you two need right now is rest. Maybe take it easy with all the hot button words, Ultra Rare Nami. I hate that it's just so funny. Arg, I want treasure. Ultra Rare Nami. It's just funny. So we're now leaving the castle. Any thoughts, lads, before I move on to the next page?
Forgot who they picked up though, so maybe we can talk about that at the end.
I mean, it's the two giants that were passed that got their butts whooped by Gunzo.
Oh, I didn't realize they were still in the... Okay. I thought they were dead.
That's why they're like, you need to rest right now. Nami, what are you doing? And that's why they're like, diamonds? And Loki, what?
They're listening into the plot, and so now maybe they'll be like...
I mean, they're trying to remain conscious because Luffy just damn near killed... Oh, they also had to watch Luffy and Zoro almost get wiped by... We need to have that conversation. I don't think we all finished that one. Scopper Gabon being stronger than both of them combined. Just that throwing out there. But no, any thoughts before I move on?
No.
Alright, I'm moving on in 3, 2, 1. Adam Tree... It is called the Adam Tree Tour. They had to include that word. It is officially a tour. I love this. I love it so much. And you have Frankie, who's being given a tour by, again, life-size Ripley. Man, I'm gonna start doing that. Ultra Rare Ripley. Ultra Rare Ripley. There's more to see than I ever imagined. So as you can tell, I'm guessing she's the older woman. So as you can tell, we live in the branches of this enormous tree. So you have the houses on top, and you have a little schematic of Adam. That's not necessarily our first map, but it's a nice little schematic of like where they live, as opposed to the whole tree. Each of which has its own long history. That's pretty cool. Whoa, what's this one? Long ago, there was a village called Haugen on that branch. One day, lightning struck the village and started a fire. But when a branch gets old, the fire just never goes out. What? Oh, okay.
Because it's really flammable. It's really flammable.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? In order to ensure that it didn't spread to other branches, they had to cut it off, village included. So they can literally just give villages the boot by like heading further up the branch, taking us all into that. Like that's interesting. Like
I can't believe Anaru already had it out for these people way back in the day.
Because they live in trees?
No, the lightning.
Oh yeah. I mean, Inaru's stronger than giants.
Yeah.
Giants. Yeah, I think that's not proven. I think it's not proven. In order, yeah, village included. Boy, that had to be a real tough call to make. I guess even Adam can get old and decrepit. You might say that the vulnerabilities of Elbath are fire and lightning, in fact. Ripley, I love you so much. Ultra rare Ripley. Outside of ugling, Ripley, I have no other thoughts, gentlemen. Anything on you?
I love how they're saying like, hey, you know, there's sacrifice. You know, sacrifice does happen. You know, for the common good. So I'm sure like that's kind of like the message here is like, hey, even if everyone's meeting well, you know, you have to cut off the branch sometimes with the fire.
You got to trim the hedges.
Well, as long as it doesn't include the people.
And that's also, they didn't include that, and I was thinking that as well. Is like, they didn't necessarily say that they murdered everyone else. It was just, hey, we're not doing that. So, very interesting on that end. Samurai Drew, is up to you.
Okay, on to the next. During the feast, Western Village. Oh, Usopp's drunk. I love it. Where have you been, Navi? I don't see you or elder. Probably exploring. Okay, Nishi. Jaru. Jaru. This is our genius navigator. And what a beauty she is. Hey, watch it, you old perv. What's your deal? Oh yeah, sorry about that. Say, what's your ideal type of woman? My favorite type, And he's thinking, an older woman!
He's the oldest! That's the joke.
That doesn't exist! You're the oldest person in the world!
Did he just smack that thing that's in his head?
Yeah, boing.
Oh yeah.
And so it like twanged around, which is fun.
And gun ring.
Chief Jarum. And okay, you guys have anything to say on that?
No.
Okay, and then then they grab him. Hey, don't touch Chief Jarum's sword, Ussop. No, you shut up, Nori. Is there no hero who will withdraw Excalibur from its sheath?
Ah!
You better not. He'd die of blood loss. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Ho 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 ho. Boy, he'd really wasted. So are you. Oh yeah.
Have we ever really? We've seen them drink and party. I don't think we've seen them like trashed. Like this is, I think this is a first. Like,
yes.
Whoa! This is taking some getting used to. Like, but this is like,
yeah,
whoa.
maybe whatever the Cactus Island.
But they passed out.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we saw them just partying, but we didn't see them drunk.
Yeah, like we didn't see them talking like. Rrr. This is quite literally Usopp like, no, you shut up. Usopp's not even scared. That's how drunk he is.
So this isn't normal for Usopp.
At all. He's about to say some wild shit. And I'm here for it.
Okay, let me finish up, because now it started getting sweet right now. Okay. I can't blame him for getting carried away. It's been his lifelong dream to come to this place. He seems to be having the time of his life. And then Sanji's going, wait a second. Where did Gerd get off to? Yeah, that's hey, you and DarkBriton. Sanji.
Hey, Gerd went from up here. It was like I literally have to go over that ranking now because Ripley might be top 10. Oh, there's so much talk about these older women too. This is my chapter. I am living my best life right now, gentlemen. But I got nothing to add.
Except for Dr. Kureha. He might think Dr. Kureha is older because, you know.
And she's twice their age. That's funny. She's 140. That's funny.
Hey, Buckingham Stussy is also an older woman. Alright, moving on.
So is Big Mom. You know she gets down.
Hey.
All right, this is gonna be a fun chapter, lads. Okay, let's start. Sigrane.
Okay. Compression fractures in the limbs, and this one seems to have been injured by some strap. Okay, so is Gerd. No. Could this have been caused by some small but powerful human weapon? What happened? Explain to me. These are the castle guards. That is not a good sign. I swear I was only going there for inspiration in fashioning the details of my blood.
Oh
castle.
no! He's gonna take the blame for why they're even there. Oh no! Now I sympathize with him. I don't want him to get in trouble.
When I noticed the shattered gates and the guards on the floor inside. You look awfully sweaty. Is it hot out today? And she looks real mad. I wish she would stare at me for. Oh my God! I wish she would stare at me forever. Let's wake the guards up so I can hear what they have to say. No, give them plenty of rest. Oh yeah.
I mean, I would let them talk. They barely heard Treasure, and didn't really hear Loki. I don't think they even noticed the damn key. Let Roto. Why am I sympathizing with this dude?
Oh, everybody can be forgiven.
My anxiety just spiked because I'm like, oh no, he's gonna get in trouble.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna get in big trouble because if Loki gets freed, he's gonna be the one to take the blame.
And I don't know if Gerd really doesn't like him or if she's just like annoyed by him. Like those are two very different things.
Yeah. Well, then I'll just have to report to Chief Yaru. But why ruin such a joyful feast? It wouldn't be right to bring unconfirmed fears to the village's attention when everyone is already in a festive mood. Okay, now he's speaking too much. Now he's talking too much because the way she looked at him, she's suspicious. We must wait until the ultra rare straw hats return. If they find out about this business with Loki, I'll be treated like an accomplice. And I've always wished we could release Loki and have him leave this island forever. Let him rampage elsewhere, for all I care. There is just one thing that troubles me. I don't think it's right to ignore the report of an intruder who looks like red hair. And she's sneaking behind him with an axe. Out with it already. Tell me what you are hiding.
I may have spoke too soon. Gerd's back up there.
Punish me.
She is really short compared to him. Like, I'm now realizing how short how tall Roto is. Actually, I think that's more like it. He is just a very tall giant. Is that fair?
Jumping. He jumped.
No, look in the first page. The first panel that Sigrane was.
Oh, she's short.
She's short. She's short, but I think that he's like abnormally tall for a giant. Because I don't think that we've seen him like stand next to Hyruden. He's been beat up this whole time.
He loves it.
So, interesting. Very, very interesting. Are y'all good with me jumping in? Alright.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay. And they get there with the key. Oh, yeah. Nami didn't go with them because she's just like, I just want a treasure. I ain't going down there. F that. The underworld. Hey, Luffy. This doesn't match what you were saying. I know something changed. Even the animals got messed up. You guys okay? And you just have an epic double panel spread of Loki just... Ugh! Okay. This kind of reminds... This reminds me of someone, like, tied up in another anime or show, but not necessarily. It's not coming to me yet. You got Loki! What happened? Who did this to you? And he is just down for the count. This giant's huge. Talk to me, Loki. Oh, he's breathing. So he is still alive. Don't use the key yet. Something's wrong here, Luffy. Look how hurt he is. He's not going to be able to cause any damage. Come on, Zoro, help me. Help me. So the cuffs are made of prism stone. And what's with these huge animals? Chill out, Luffy. Not yet. Okay. Oh, the arrows are all gone. So now the animals just look beat up. So the stakes that were in them have dissipated. And now they're just...
Zoro definitely used Conqueror's Haki to do that.
Or they've just been...
Oh, they were already knocked out.
Were you being serious just now?
No, I wasn't. But that would have been funny. That would have been a great.
No, you were serious. That's funny. You really thought that was the thing.
No. Okay, listen. I was being facetious.
Spell facetious.
Like.
Can you guys speak normal people English?
Oh, it means listen. I was like playing at the idea.
Okay. But if you told me proceed this, proceed that, that is non-normal people English.
Facetious?
Yeah, it's just a weird word.
Capricious?
Capricious?
Capricious.
So, I mean, I'm all set on my end. It's all very straightforward. Loki is shown to be beat up. Zoro is trying to get Luffy to, like, take her easy a little bit. And Luffy's like, no! Just because there's a guy who looks like Shanks running around doesn't mean I shouldn't chase after that person and not come back here. Which would make more sense, but I don't know. That's just me. So, I forgot that they're going to let Loki go, to be completely honest, in all of this madness. So, and it's also very good foreshadowing because Roto in the last scene was just like, we don't want to ruin everyone's festive mood. We're about to. Luffy is just so dumb. I love him, but he is so dumb. Alright, Samurai, you're on to page 10 and 11.
And, alright, here we go. Another shouting match between Zoro. A giant is dying, man. We have to save him. I've never talked to this guy, and I've only heard bad things about him. That's not my problem, though. All I know is that if an ore-sized supergiant starts raising hell, it's going to be a major problem, even for Elbaf. And give me a second. And he does a little a kick to the face here. What are you doing, Zoro? And so he's like, ah! So that wakes up Loki a little bit. What do you guys think? Can I go on to next?
Oh yeah, go on.
Okay, so the injuries and blood are real, so it doesn't seem to be acting. What do you think? He died! If he's dead, then he wasn't meant to survive. That's messed up. I'm gonna cough for a second. Here, we'll unlock the cuffs, but keep one of his legs still locked up with the sea prison stuff. If he wakes up again, we can talk to him. Oh, right. Maybe I'll go call for Chopper. Nah, it's a little too far to the library. So, I'm pretty sure there was a doctor at the feast in the village.
And here she comes, I guarantee it. Any thoughts, or Segrein, you all set?
Oh yeah, I'm all set.
Alright, go ahead and
Seeing
jump.
the hella thinker, he's actually doing his job here, so I'm very happy with Zoro right now.
I mean, that's number 2 for you, man.
I think that Zoro used his legs to attack.
Yeah, he went Sanji style.
Sanji
Oh
goes.
yeah. Alright, moving on.
Just a heads up, Segrein, I think there's a drum still in your photo. There it is. Okay, now it's gone.
Okay. Alright. If that's how they find out we freed Loki, though, we're gonna get kicked out of the country. If it happens, it happens. I'll go find the doctor. We'll need meat too. Oh yeah. Can't get better without food. You want meat? There's plenty of meat over there. Don't ever say that again. They're my friends. I'll hunt some different ones in the mountains. Meat is meat. No, those are friends and you don't eat friends. Fine, jeez. But the doctor comes first. You wait here. Sure. Huh? And someone is falling from a bow. We're doomed. What? Okay, I'm just moving on.
Yeah, go. Oh boy!
It is Hyrodin, Rodo, Goldberg, and I can't remember the last guy's name.
Oh, Goldberg, Stanson.
No. Yeah, Stanson.
I'm really happy.
The island clouds will disappear down in the underworld. All we need is a little bit of buoyancy before they vanish. Don't worry, Gerd. I will save you. Oh, Gerd is... Don't worry, Gerd. I will save you.
Gerd is really
So
small.
I'm gonna guess Rodo ended up spilling the beans.
Oh,
Okay.
she beat the crap out of him.
Oh, yeah. We don't have time to use the lift. It's an emergency. If Loki gets free, it will be hell unleashed. It's not working though. We're gonna crash and die. I'm sorry everyone, I made a mistake. We can't blame you. You were thinking of the fate of Elba. Goodbye, cruel world. Yeah.
That Sanji's back with the team. Happy about that.
Yep, so Sanji's coming to hang out, so we now have the big 3 reunited. Any thoughts before I jump in to page 14?
No, I'm gonna jump right back in. I gotta dodge out for a second.
No, you're good. As long as he's back before it's his turn. I mean... Okay, so I'm going on in 3, 2, 1. Oh! Double page spread. Oh! Okay, Luffy. How does... And Luffy just saves the giants with an extra large balloon, which is just so weird to say. Gerd falls off it. Ooh, hey Gerd. Sanji looks to be jumping after her, as well as Hyrodin might be reaching for her. Rodo definitely is like falling back in. Stanson's falling back. And let's see how this is going to go. Horribly. Straw Hat! Oh, he's happy? Okay. Oh yeah, he just saved him. He. And then he bounces them all away. Ah! Eek! Oops. Okay, so they go bouncing away. Sanji's still here with Gerd. So we'll see where that goes. But thanks anyway. Oops. But thanks anyway. We got severely injured instead of dying immediately. Huff huff. We were in such a panic. I'm glad we made it. Whatever you do, Straw Hat, don't free Loki. We made Rodo spill the beans. I'm sorry, Ultra Rare Luffy. You can't trust Loki. He's cunning, cruel, vicious, backstabbing, conniving villain. We've known Loki since we were children. If he told you anything that made him sound sympathetic, then he's lying. Luffy's face! He's the kind of beast who will kill a so-called friend at any moment's notice. He's an enemy of the world. Well, it's too late. And you have everything clanking, huh? Alright, Samurai Drew, let's go to this epicnic of the Brothers United!
Oh my god.
Look how much bigger Loki is. He is truly an ancient giant, you know. He's Lord size. Anyway. Alright, here we go. On to the next. Oh yeah. Here we go. And speaking of which, we have him towering over Luffy here. And he can see he still has one on his ankle, so he can't use his devil fruit, but he's all powered up. So otherwise he's ready to go here. And he looks. And Loki, what? I thought he was passed out. He was not passed out. Don't do it. And Loki, take your hand off of Ragnar.
Okay. I think it's time for us to toast.
Toast.
To a sip and scuss. A toast to kicking butt. Where do we start?
Oh man.
And do we have a question that we want to ask?
Oh yeah, is there any treasure? Oh, this isn't the big one, but is there any treasure on Elbaf? Speaking of Nami's wants in the beginning, like she's like, I want these things, but I don't see nothing. Like, can these people truly not have any gold here? There has to be a stash. Because we haven't gotten the Straw Hat heist.
Well, they're not pirates anymore. Remember?
Vampires. Well, they still need some money, so you know, I think unless they get like tribute money. But I would like them to find some gold.
Okay. Yeah. This is all very, very interesting. This is all, so we can go back to the very beginning and just work our way forward, since there's not necessary. It was all very straightforward. Who the hell's the older woman?
It's just the gag that of this guy, Yaru.
Yeah, but but
I don't think there's any older woman, like actual old woman in the chapter. It's just like probably a reference to the joke.
The joke of, wait, what joke did they make?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He
Okay.
likes an older woman, but he's the oldest guy in the world.
Okay, so yeah, the joke about, okay. I completely blocked that out. But yes.
Is this a hint?
Oh, well, we can talk about that entire scene, because one, we've never seen the Straw Hats just blackout drunk.
Yeah,
that was so funny. Usopp's out here just yelling at everyone, gets grabbed up by a giant and isn't like, help me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, F that, F him, he's dumb. Like, wow. Talk about a brave warrior of the sea.
That slap to the sword is gonna send some rings down Yaro's brain.
If he's like, oh yeah, I remember this. Or like, I remember that, oh, this Loki didn't put this in my head. What? Yeah, I'm remembering it now. So yeah, to Segrain's point, there might be some like snapping to and remembering XYZ things. Interesting. More interesting things. What
This final page, it just brings me back to I wasn't on the stream, but it just brings me back to when I read Lucy's first encounter with Loki. Like, we've seen Lucy like stand like in front of all his opponents have always been bigger than him, but none of them give this overwhelming presence that is like, oh, this might actually be this may actually favor the opponent more than Luffy. Like with Kaido, Katakuri, Dofi, anyone we can think of, we always know Luffy is gonna win at the end. And the presence is like to use the term, the aura. Like we always, no matter how big they are, their aura never surpasses Luffy's. But even while he was chained up, Loki's aura was way, like his presence seemed way more than Luffy's.
That's very fair.
And now this panel is just reminiscent of that, and probably in an even more terrifying way for me.
Yeah, I can't think of of a time when Oda's drawn something super similar to this. This feels very original. Like out of all the villains, I can't see the disparity like being this big.
Oh,
in there.
Not at all. Well, even when like Luffy is like in a new scene or anything like that, to scale, he's never looked this small. For example, if you're looking at it just flat evenly, he doesn't even come up to Loki's ankle, which they left. Which that goes to want to point out, since they left one of the shackles on, not gonna get the devil fruit.
Yeah. So is
And
he freed yet?
And he's technically nerfed as far as strength.
So since it is sea prison stone, so then that means the way he's able to see is not linked to his double fruit.
I didn't think that was the case either.
Through the blindfold.
Yeah, because he was seeing, like, when Gunzo was beating the crap out of him, he was like, oh, you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. So he could see that.
Maybe it's just an observation haki. Or maybe even future sight.
Training, like, who can he possibly train with to get that hockey up? Because Luffy got the chain against, a bunch of, like, beasts in the woods. Like, who's gonna help Loki get stronger and learn all that crap? It's like...
I mean, murdering 100 people probably helped.
Yeah, actually.
And also, he could just be a genius.
Well, it sounded, remember when they were hyping him up in the very beginning as like a kid and all the stuff he was doing, it had a very Oden, Kazuki Oden kind of vibe. Like, he did this and this and this and this. But then again, it turned out that he did all those for good purposes. Like, I do think that Loki could be in that vein. Now, I look kind of dumb saying that as he picks up Ragnir with a smile on his face, like, I'm about to fuck some people up. So there's that whole scenario. As he's literally listening to his brother talk, I wouldn't say talk mad shit about him, but is also like, he should not be released, blah, 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 blah. We have all of the new giant giant pirates and present, all 5 of them. Sanji has come with them, and then Luffy and Zoro. Loki has been decimated. Cerberus's stabs on us of like Loki is nerfed to no end. So I do think that with Gerd there, they're still gonna treat his wounds. He is Hiruden's brother, and Hiruden doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would let him die. Just gonna throw that.
That is if he lets them treat the wounds without first raising an uproar.
Again, I could see him standing up, picking up the sword, going to lift it, and then passing out. Because again, the Cerberus did mess him up. So this could be just that little bit of like, see, now let's put it back on. But he didn't do anything. Luffy's face when they're saying all this is just like.
The whole time Zoro wasn't warning. Well, at least Zoro just told him to leave his ankle one on. We'll give him that one. So thank you, Zoro.
Yeah, if it was just Luffy, he will remove everything.
I wonder if they'll be like, hey, you can come along, but we're gonna keep that sea bracelet on, so you can't use whatever fruit you have, but you can come along. I wonder if that will be the deal.
But then
we'll save
he won't
the
be able to get on the ship, so he has to get in the sea, which means he still won't be able to use the wolf.
When he is even in the sea?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You mean like if he's like walking to another island or something?
Something like that.
Let's see here.
Oh, so we have the trio here. Are all three of them gonna gang up against Loki or is Luffy just gonna one-on-one him?
I think Luffy's gonna knock him out.
But he can't be awakened or else that's cheating because he has the thing on. So if he starts going into white Luffy mode, that's gonna be cheater.
I don't think it matters at this point. I'm very interested to see if they step up first and he just wipes them. That's what I'm more interested in. If Hiruden steps up for the smoke first and just gets dropped by, again, Loki, who's been stabbed by a 3-headed dog sword from Hot Shanks' brother person. One. Zoro kicked him in those spaces, so extra painful. Chained up, probably stiff as hell because he was chained up for 6 years. One, also, who the hell leaves the guy's weapon right next to him? What? I don't understand. Did he like fall back and was like, oh, I'm not gonna move, so you guys have to tie me here and my store's gonna be here the whole time. Like, I don't understand how they just let him have Ragnar just hanging out right there. Makes no sense. No sense. And with they were right next to each other, so Loki. I'm very glad that they didn't they only focused on Luffy and Loki. I'm very glad for that personal scale, and not necessarily Loki with the other giants, and then a Luffy down here. I really want to focus here. And then the next chapter, we get to see how big he is compared to the other giants. Because he's, like, right behind him. So there is, like, for me to, like... The Charmander over there is like, no, don't do it! And you just watch him pick up, like, his giant fucking sword. Again, I think he's going to pass out. If not, Luffy's definitely the one putting him down. But...
The pass-out option. I like the pass-out option.
But I do think that if Hiruden's gonna get wiped, he's the older brother too, right? Hiruden's older. Yes, he is the older brother because King Harold had some fun when he was younger, fell in love, but then had to marry a proper giant. So he is older than Loki too. So he's the big bro. He's Aniki. Interesting. Very interesting. Other parts of the chapter, Luffy making a going Goma Goma no balloon that could save a ship filled with 5 giants.
And notice that Harridan shoves Gerd off at the last second to save her.
Oh yeah, because they all got hurt. Oh, he was shoving her off to make sure she.
But Sanji. So Sanji, or yeah, is it? Hey, does he do that?
So Sanji followed up and caught her, I think, right?
Or he may have just been reaching for her, one of the two. But yeah, if she would have gone flying with them on the scarf, I want to say it's a scarf. Then she would have gotten really hurt. And let's go to this. Gerd, I had mentioned that she had dropped out of, I think it's my top 10, but then you got page 6 and 7, and you can really start to see her personality shine. I wouldn't say she's full like Nami-kun, who beats up people who are quote unquote stronger than her on the crew, but I do see I do see a little bit of that. Oh, she is my number 10. She might be moving up. But I do see a little bit of that younger, rambunctious female character. Not necessarily some between Nami and Ulti. Let's say that. Like closer to Nami than to Ulti, but on that scale. Does that make sense? Yeah, Gerd is my number 10, and she might be... I don't know. We're going to have to do some work here. We're going to have to do some work, boys. Waifu stream coming up soon. It's been like 4 years since we've done one. Definitely going to need to.
Oh, can we jump around a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I was just thinking, okay, so he's got the chain off except for the one. Imagine this is a weapon. He starts like wrapping the chain around it, like the big chain that goes all the way along the tree. He like has that like all wrapped up on himself, and then he uses the chain as a weapon with his.
I could see Loki having an insanely high battle IQ, to where he would use anything and everything. So yes, I would definitely.
He ties
see Loki.
the end of the chain to his hammer that can fly around.
Do we think it's a hammer or a sword?
Oh wait.
It looks more like a sword or an axe.
I don't know if it's
yeah, like a sword. It looks. Its sides are flat.
Looks like a. Let me look at it.
A sword. If you look at it,
Loki's weapon you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you look at the panel between Lucy and Harudin, there is a shot of the sword. It has flat sides.
Wait, hold on. In One Piece, Loki's weapon is a hammer called Ragnir, which translates to Iron Thunder. Ragnir is a powerful weapon that can summon lightning. Okay. But isn't
it can
hammer called Ragnir in the back?
It's whatever he's picking up is called Ragnir. I'm not sure why people are saying hammer, because that doesn't seem to be confirmed as a hammer. Ragnir, one second. Ragnir is a literal translation for Iron Thunder, but I don't know. But making that automatically into a hammer, I don't know. Sorry, Sagrain.
Yeah, except if what we're seeing is the hammer, but more like looking more like a Thor hammer. So then that's when I will see like that. If not, then because from what we're seeing flat sides. So then, if it is the hammer, then more like a Thor hammer. What is it called again? I forgot. If not, then it looks more like a sword.
I got a panel up, and it looks like a hammer.
Okay.
But I'm trying to put it in chat, but it's like hard.
I think that's the panel I'm also talking about.
Which panel from what chapter?
So the one I'm thinking about is from this chapter, the final page. The panel between Luffy, where Luffy is saying, "What? I thought he was passed out," and Harudin saying, "Don't do it."
Okay, and Nakama channel. I'm still.
Oh yeah, it's a hammer. Yeah, you can see it there behind him. It's a hammer.
Well, yeah, just because I'm now looking at page 8, and there's a big block right next to him. Who the hell wrapped him up with his damn weapon? That is dumb. It might have been the dude with a sword in his head, but that's just dumb.
Can you imagine if his hammer is a poneglyph? And that's why?
Or at least
that's wild.
Made from the same material.
That would be amazing.
Not a poneglyph.
Right.
Like made from the same material.
You have to guard this. And you're locked up here. So he's like, alright, fine.
So, okay.
Same material, but maybe like one little hidden message on there. A little scribble. Dribble.
Probably.
Interesting.
How long has Zoro had his mask on? He's had his goggles on. Not
Well,
over
they've
his
been
head.
this.
All
They've
the
been.
time.
Yeah, that's been his outfit. That was
He's
part of
been
when the
keeping
reveal.
goggles down since day one.
I mean, granted, Roto was doing research in the castle for more fashion for his dolls. So that's how Zoro. That's why Zoro wears it so much, because it's just so on fleek, right?
On page 12, you can see that there's like a little like flowery design on it.
On the mask?
Yeah, on the strap.
Page 12.
Top left of page 12. Zoro's little band on his glasses has a bunch of heart, like little shapes and designs and like sweet. It looks like hearts on it, but probably not if it's Zoro.
Interesting. Just because it doesn't have that on the very bottom, so it could be only the right side then?
You can kind of see it in the bottom. There's some little squiggles there, but definitely not as defined as on the top left. The top left is a little bit more intricate. Yeah.
I also like that he did pull a Sanji move before Sanji got there. Can't wait for he kicked him.
Oh yeah, right.
Can't wait for Sanji to stab someone with a knife. Just be like. Actually, he did do that with the pasta dude in the beginning of Innie's lobby when they were on the sea train. Yeah, because he was chopping him up. Okay, yeah, the pasta guy. I want to say his name was Wanzi.
Yeah, Wanzi, and he showed up again in Film Gold.
Oh gosh, that dude. Let's see here. Other than that, we got the entrance of the new Giant Warrior Pirates. Roto becoming more and more endearing because he was getting in trouble for covering up for the misgivings. Both in the first page where he's like, "We're not talking about Treasure or Loki. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. You need your rest. You need your rest." Shh. Ultra Rare Nami, chill the fuck out. Like, what are you doing, girl? And again, becoming so endeared. It doesn't look like he got beat up by everyone else for being an accomplice. Any thoughts on that? I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward.
So, other than that, go ahead.
Since he probably said, since he said he spilled the beans, then he probably told them, okay, yeah, it was Luffy looking for it and just directed him to it. Maybe something like that, and maybe that is why they didn't really put it on him. Because when they arrived, you see Haruden, the first thing he was saying, he was talking to Luffy, don't free Loki.
Let's see here.
Probably gonna go for the key, not for the fight. He probably is like, okay, give me the key, and then battle off after that.
Again, I'm not sure. I'm interested in how the transition is gonna go. Haruden, New Giants, wipe, Luffy, knock out. Or is he too hurt to even fight? But going off of the name of the chapter, even though Ja Rule said he wants an older woman, my perfect version of an older woman, Ripley, is giving a tour, and it literally is the Adam Tree tour. I love that so much, that the narration bubble literally says Adam Tree tour. But in that, understanding how they... Would you say it's demolishing a village? Or would you say it's like urban development? By literally pruning the tree, they get villages. And again, because they're so old, the limbs get old. And when they get older, they get more vulnerable. So if you're like having a bonfire, sparks come out and the tree catches on fire, like you now have to just take out the entire village.
question is, was it man-made lightning or regular lightning?
Is Inaru back and is just like, I don't want to see these giants here?
Or Emu. Or Ragnarok, or Loki.
Or did he just misfire?
But also the question is that truly that surprising when they're literally hundreds of feet in the air? Like, I'm interested what a rainstorm looks like. Are the clouds literally going to be around them while they're there? Like, the skiffs and the scarfs and all the stuff that they move around on are literally on weather clouds. So, like, what does that look like? Know what I mean?
We have an idea of what that looks like, even in our real world, with the amount of skyscrapers we have.
I've never actually seen what a storm looks like from a skyscraper. I should probably look those. That would be an interesting YouTube video, just like, obviously I'm going to be terrified and probably will never go on a skyscraper after that, watching that, but like, that'd be interesting, like the Burj Khalifa and what, if it rains there, with that, or yeah, right, anything like that. That's very interesting. Haven't thought about that. We've got about 4 minutes left. We can always talk about predictions because go ahead.
What about Luffy's big debut today for the Lakers? And I guess there's gonna be another one for maybe the Boston Red Sox.
I would not. See, and I'm a Tigers fan, so I unfortunately would not be as hyped about Luffy and the Red Sox. If I would hate him being a Yankee. Absolutely hate it. But I love LA Lakers.
Maybe for the run, since he did it for the Lakers.
Lakers and Celtics?
No, Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Okay. Maybe just the Lakers have the brand name. So if you were to go football, it would probably be New York Giants or Chiefs or Eagles. Go ahead.
From MLB.com. MLB.com. Let's set sail for One Piece theme day on Saturday, May 3rd. Join your fellow Straw Hat Pirates to help cheer on the Red Sox as they take on the Minnesota Twins.
Oh, okay. It's not as bad as the Yankees, but it would be cool to see them all. So when I first got into One Piece, there were all of these cover arts and all of these like shorts of them playing other sports. Baseball is one of them. They look dope. I'd be interested in seeing that. But again, as a Laker fan, seeing like all of them in that for One Piece night for the Lakers, as well as knowing that there are figures out, I'm not a person who is interested in like a lot of One Piece figures. I would buy a Luffy figure in an LA Laker outfit. I'd probably even buy him in Boston Green.
Seems like it's a 1-of-1 right now.
Oh, so that thing is going to go for millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like that's.
It won't be in Boston Green because Luffy's straw hat is yellow, more of like golden. So it has like the golden shade, which goes very good with the Lakers purple and gold.
I don't even think he's had a green outfit. To your point, I don't think Luffy's actually even had a green outfit. To your point, so
yeah.
Interesting.
I think Oda commented on the trade as well.
Who? What?
I think there's a One Piece comment, like either like Oda said something about Luffy. Anyway, the trade that we were all going crazy about. Oda said something about
Lucas
it.
trade.
Yeah, One Piece on Lucas trade. I'll look it up while you guys are talking.
Well, again, if Luka's now going to be a part of the LA Lakers, like Oda's probably like, if he's a basketball fan, I can see him being excited about that. That is super. All of those super interesting facts, just to the point of One Piece is going to have a very big year this year. Is it March already? We've had a bunch of amazing chapters. Elbath doesn't even feel like we're halfway through it yet. And we're probably about 10, 12 chapters in right about now. What are you? I think we're 10 to 12. Let me check this out real quick. and how many chapters we've had so far.
I guess it's 15. I don't know why, but 15 is coming to mind.
We were still here at 11:20. Oh no. 11:27. Yeah, 11:27 was Adventure in the Land of Mystery.
So 14 chapters.
11:30.
We're 11:41.
14 chapters.
11.
So yeah, roughly
Right on the money.
Roughly that 11, 12 chapters. So I don't think we're halfway through. It's not going to be a quick out like with Egghead where we're just like, all right, we're gone. It's not going to be one of those. So like there's the subterfuge of the infiltration. I guess it's going to be a game of which kids they kidnap. Obviously it's going to be Column. Yeah. I think everything is pretty set up, but that's going to be a good another 10, 12 chapters. So I think we're going to be in that 30 realm. I feel like
longer. Let's stay here. Let's do some battling.
Yeah. So, and like, who knows what shenanigans are going to happen with Loki being loose now. Again, no devil fruit, so I'm upset with that. Again, I'm still going with the Fafnir as his devil fruit, especially as Ragnir is his weapon.
Wait, Fafnir?
Fafnir is a mythological wolf that eats the sun.
Wait, mythological wolf that eats the sun.
We've talked about this multiple times when we're talking about his devil fruit. I
can't remember when.
Yeah, so my thought is like his devil fruit is the mythological Fafnir. So Ino no Mi mythical model Fafnir, from Norse mythology, chases the wolf around, chases the sun around to eat it, which starts Ragnarok. So
I do remember you talking about this.
Yeah, so it could have been one of the times where we weren't able to catch you, but
that might be true.
But that's my thought on his devil fruit, especially with him. I'll destroy the sun, eat it all that stuff.
And with him versus the Cerberus sword. Can you imagine the Cerberus sword versus Fafnir? Like 3 dogs versus a wolf.
Cerberus versus Again.
That'd be fun.
Do you think is that sword the Ino no Mi mythical model Fafnir?
No. I think it's clearly, like he said, Cerberus, right? So probably Ino no Mi mythical Cerberus.
Yeah, sorry. Cerberus. Yes, Cerberus. I said Fafnir. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, so I do think swords can have
Super Style OP.
Yo, Super Style, thanks for stopping by. You want to read the question?
Yeah, Super Style, what's up? What is your favorite anime of all time? What's your favorite 2 anime of all time? Because One Piece is number 1, right, guys?
What is your favorite anime of all time? Of all 3 of you guys? I am an edgelord. I'll say it out loud. Saga of Tanya the Evil is my favorite of all time.
What? Really?
It's amazing writing. It's amazing writing. And I even got manga of it when I was in Germany because it's based off of the German occupation. So yeah. I would say Saga Tanya the Evil is up there with One Piece as far as my S tier. What about you guys? If you had to pick one,
it's hard to make a decision.
I got mine
outside of One Piece. So Segrain, you think about it. Drew.
Okay. One Piece. Oh, wait, hold on. Me first, agreed, me first, darn it.
Yeah.
These are exciting questions.
So, Grain, you can think of your list, and then we'll go on to you.
Okay. One Piece has it's so good. The anime, yes, we've had some misses, but the anime's always been taking risks and being a little iconic, and especially now is on fire. Number 2 is Gurren Lagann, and yeah, the story is good, but the art style being so gushy and then like gushy then jagged and that one just captures the mind. So that's my second favorite anime. Third is Your Name. Your Name has the best real world visuals and story editing and cuts and voice acting, English dub voice act. I've listened to both, and I like the English dub, obviously. Anyway, those are my top 3.
Oh, he got 3 now. Okay. I only gave my 1 because, well, technically 2 because one piece, but
You said One Piece and Tanya the Evil, and I did forget your third one though.
I didn't say a third.
I thought you had another one.
So, Grain?
I can't really decide on a hierarchical structure of this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So I'll just give like a Hokage says list. I have obviously One Piece is up there. Attack on Titan is up there. Full Metal Alchemist is up there. Black Lagoon, and maybe I'll put Tokyo Ghoul. But I don't have like a hierarchical. This one is the best. This one is my number 1. This one is my number 2.
That's very fair. Yeah, I'm an old soul, pretty close to 40 right now, and I've been a weeb since the late 90s. So I'm traveling for some time.
Have you guys watched Akagame Go Kill? It's crazy, says Super Style OP.
Akame ga Kill is one of the older ones, right? I think it is.
It's probably in my watch list, but
yeah,
they're
2014.
collecting digital dust.
No, it's up there on the list as well. It's just one I haven't really been able to get back to. I was just able to get to, what was it? It's in the similar vein as Akame ga Kill, but it involves clothes. What was that by? Kill a Kill. Not Kill, yeah. Is it Kill a Kill? Yeah, I was just able to get to Kill a Kill last year. So Akame ga Kill is up there with Blue Lagoon, or Black Lagoon, that I have to get to. What would you rank it? Is it an S tier anime, or is it just a good one?
Black Lagoon?
No, I'm asking Super Style what they would rate Akame ga Kill. Because again, it's on the list, but thankfully and unfortunately, we're just in this new era where we just get so much anime, and as someone who's both edgy but also a trashy person, I just have so much to keep up on. Like Beheneko this season, trashy, love it. 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you, absolute trash. Love that show to death. It is so ridiculous. So they just keep coming out with trash, and I just nom. But Akame ga Kill is definitely on the list.
You should find time for Black Lagoon because it's definitely A tier.
It is.
And I am sure you're gonna love it because of Revi. You are gonna love it.
Well, it's funny because at my IRL job, I work with young adults and kids on reading, and this kid gave me, what is it, My Future Diary, which is from 2014, which is an anime that came out when he was like a toddler. So I'm like, how do you know of this? One of the edgiest things I've ever seen, and I'm like, how do you know of this? It's been a crazy ride, so that's on my list and I'm watching it, but it's nuts, absolutely nuts. Not an S tier. I wouldn't say it's a really good anime, but it's also one from like 13, 14 where it's like, okay, this is one where a lot of people talk about it, and I'm glad that I've had this experience. It's fucking crazy though. Do you want to do the chat read, Drew?
Yeah. Super Style OP also says, I recently watched it, and it is a solid, I love the show. All the characters are very good, and in that show, no one gets a plot armor. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, solid S. Okay.
Oh, solid S. Oh, got it. Sorry. I misread it.
Well, that's the good thing. If no one gets plot armor, that, again, is someone who both loves One Piece but understands that Oda doesn't really kill a lot. Like, that's kind of my chagrin with One Piece. So I definitely am open to shows who are like, you don't get a chance. Like Attack on Titan, where you're just like, oh, everyone's up for grabs. Okay. So, interesting. Okay. Nakama got killed. That'll be part of Wayne's 2025. I'm excited for this year. I got a lot of time. Been catching up on a lot of anime and a lot of video games. Yes, Drew. I'm actually playing video games now. So let's see here.
How do you find time for all of that?
A new job. So I get done at 2 and I'm done for the day. As opposed to when before when I was like going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So,
Okay.
it's a new life. But excellent. Superstar,
Yeah.
thank you for your thoughts on that and for stopping by. Do we have any other thoughts, or do we want to go ahead and start wrapping her up? We didn't do a poll. Were there any questions that we had from today, or we just want to speculate on next week?
Speculate on next week. For instance, who's gonna throw that first punch on Loki? Is Loki gonna throw it, or is Luffy gonna throw it, or is Hiruden gonna throw it,
Or are we even going to stay here, or are we going to go to the school, or is it going to be a combination of both? Yeah, you forgot about that one, right?
Uh-oh, nobody has any moves for Gunko if Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are all downstairs. Who's got moves for that? Jinbei?
You're
gonna put all your hopes on Jinbei?
I don't think Jinbei is close to the school, though, too. Like, he'll be the first to arrive if people are like, what's going on over there? But right now, it's Robin and Chopper. And also...
High risk. High risk.
High risk what?
Of getting captured, those two.
I definitely... Ooh, Robin for sure. Because even...
I'm just saying, like, Chopper, obviously, he can get wrapped up by Gunko in 2 seconds. Boom, wrapped up.
True, but I think Monster Point might help him out with that type of thing. And, like, Gunko's a fighter who has to restrain you to really do damage. Because, you remember, the arrows point to how she's going to attack. So, unless Chopper's like, what does this do? And then just, like, catches 1-2, and then goes down, I don't think that'll happen. I have a really bad feeling that the silly, goofy one is going to be my most hated. Because since he's wearing the orb, then he doesn't want to breathe people's air. He's going to become very, very offensive. Like, a ridiculous amount of offense. Just because of, like, y'all are human, blah, blah, blah. Did we want to check that we can... How about this? Since we don't have a poll, let's end on the final question from Super Style OP after we finish our thoughts for next week. So, Grain, any thoughts for next week?
Not really. You guys have covered it already.
Okay. We did a stream, Super Style, and this is like when we first started back in 2020. So that stream is 5 years old, or that video is 5 years old. Of our favorite arcs, and one of the newest arcs is now in my top 3. So I am all open to say my top 3 arcs, to give you all a chance to think about it. Okay. I would say it is Marineford, Drum Island, and Egghead. Drum Island, you should have known that for sure. Like,
Marineford, Goa Kingdom, so Luffy's flashback.
Like this is literally like one of my most prized possessions in my life.
Okay. So do yours, and I'm gonna do my prop for my number one.
Alright. Marineford, Goa Kingdom. And
So the post Sabbaty, so the post Marineford basically.
yeah, post Marineford. And
Super Style, feel free to drop your 3, and
Yeah.
we'll end by reading yours.
Egghead is also up there.
Egghead was so good. I'm sorry, Egghead just it's also
just
recency bias.
On the end, but Egghead
No,
is also up
I agree. It might very well be recency bias, but Egghead arguably had one of the most heartbreaking backstories of all time. Had one of the biggest twists of all time. One of the most mind-blowing reveals of all time. Like, it from start to finish, and for everyone as a community just slowly being like, wait, how old's Bonnie? Wait, how old's Bonnie? Wait, is she? And then everyone's just like updating their lists. Like that was just peak humor. So yeah, Drew, we see that Arabasta is 1.
So you start talking about that one. But yeah, Alabasta is number 1. It's when I realized One Piece was such a great show. So that's number 1. And whatever for number 1 and 2. This is just my number 1.
He's kind of whatever for 1 and 2. Arabasta is always it was my first like week to week long arc, and that's why I giggle when everyone now is like, oh, these arcs are too long, and I was like, I was there in the beginning. I was there week to week with Arabasta. You don't know. Let's see here. I have watched till Skypiea, Arabasta and Drum Island. The arc I can't remember. But we're not. That was Arlong Park when Nami betrays. I have to watch it. So Skypiea, Drum Island, and Arabasta. Okay. But yeah, Arlong Park is the one you're thinking about when Nami betrays the Straw Hats. Because it's the end of Baratier when she kicks them off, and then Arlong Park is when it's all interesting. But Skypiea, in retrospect, is absolutely amazing. But I need the hindsight to be able to truly enjoy it. And again, watching it back 2007? No. 2007 I was already in Water 7. So that was 2006 watching things like God, I'm old. Watching Skypiea, the Inaru looking like Eminem at Eminem's height was just like too mind-blowing for me. It was just like, what is this? What's going on here? Yeah. But thank you. Super Style, thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate that, and the chats. We will be back next week. We'll try our best to be starting around 10. If you want to join us a little bit earlier, we'll be taking off. What is the current anime you guys are watching? I am watching Solo Leveling. So let's go ahead and end with anything. Segrain's not watching anything. Samurai, are you watching anything?
A little bit of Invincible, but really playing some Grand Theft Auto.
So I am watching over 5 shows during this current anime season. I'm watching I'm watching Beheneko, I'm watching Danmachi, I'm watching ReZero, Uboblot, Dr. Stone, and Zenshu. Those are the 6 that I'm currently... Am I watching anything else? Beheneko. Oh, 100 Girlfriends. I'm up to 7 shows for this anime season. 100 Girlfriends is so good.
You're
so
watching for us as well.
I am. Hey, that's the funny part. Everyone looks at me and is like, "Oh, he's the jock of the group." I'm the otaku of this group. So, all right. Thank you all for stopping by. Super stop. Oh no, you were so cool. And then he comes after my 100 Girlfriends. Hey, I admit I'm trash, but I can look myself in the face and acknowledge that. So. Thank you for stopping by, Superstyle. It's been great having you. Hopefully we'll get to see you later on. Hopefully next week.
Subscribe. You'll be our 970 if you haven't subscribed.
This might be our 969 right here.
Oh yeah, actually.
Yeah. But we appreciate you so much. Everyone watching this back, please be sure to like the stream. It helps get this out a little bit further. And we always even do side checks and have all the fun talking about anime. Again, I'm watching 7 currently in this season, so I'll chat with you. But thank you all for stopping by. I'm the DarkBriton of the Runaway Warlords, and always remember, Nakama, that anime is adulting. Stay reckless, everyone. Peace.